Hey everybody, this is Tim with Brady Games, back with the latest installment of the Strategy Feed. This time we have something a little different to offer. We decided to go behind the scenes to show you how one of our most anticipated strategy guides of the year, Halo Reach, was created. And who better to talk about this process than the authors, Doug Walsh and Philip Marcus. They took some time away from their busy schedule to field some questions at Microsoft's office.
Well, normally I'd say working from home, although I'm finishing up my third week on site here at Microsoft. Fortunately, I live close by, so it's not too bad of a commute. I got another week here next week, and then I'll be back in July to finish things up.
Meeting game developers, for sure. I love game design, I love games, and meeting the people who meet them is just awesome, and seeing what it is that they love about making them is something I really enjoy, and talking with them is just really cool.
Normally around 4 weeks, although Halo Reach is a bit larger of a project, so it's probably going to go more closer to 6 to 8 weeks for this one. I was actually working on a master's in groundwater geochemistry and decided to quit my day job and give this a full-time effort, and I was working on some online guide sites and then got introduced to Brady Games 10 years ago, and I've written close to 100 guidebooks since then for Brady Games.
I worked on games, actually.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, and then as a result of not making but playing games, I was contacted by somebody, and they saw me beating people up online.
I don't think I have a single favorite mode for multiplayer. I think all of the team-based modes like capture the flag and assault and things like that are really kind of more up my alley.
But the multiplayer, what I really like is piloting the vehicles. The vehicles are just fun to operate. And for me, I guess I'm one of those odd guys who likes to operate like transport vehicles, like the Falcon. I like flying that around. It's nice, you feel needed because you're taking people to a location they need to get to attempt to, to complete an objective.
Let's see. I really like, well, the scene that they showed at E3, Long Night of Solace, that push up the beach and then into the spaceship. I love that.
Invasion is new. I was talking about class-based stuff. So Invasion now has classes to deal with, and you have Spartans and Elites, and it's just kind of, it's a game type that Halo hasn't really had in the past. And I'm just kind of curious to see how not just like players are going to handle it, but also like the clans and more organized players, I think, are going to have a lot of fun with that.
It's hard not to say jetpack because you get to fly, but sprinting is something that I've always wanted to do in a Halo game for 10 years, and that's something to be cherished. The ability to run down an opponent and assassinate them from the hack, it's pretty nice.
I'd say armor lock. It has flair, it's cool, it's fun to use, and you can get some really spectacular and ridiculous accidents, which I like a lot.
For me? No, seriously, I can hold my own on single player stuff, but I know Phil and Rich and Ammon from Snipers, they can clean my clock in multiplayer. I don't try to challenge them too hard in multiplayer, but firefight, campaign, I'm not too shabby. Yeah, that is basically the table of contents for this guidebook. Put this up there a couple of weeks ago to kind of keep track of things. We have a lot of our, what we call peripheral chapters, our various weapons and game basics type chapters, credit system, the armory, achievements, things of that sort. Single player campaign, can't really tell you what data pads are. Actually, you'll know about them. Firefight, we actually have a lot of progress on Firefight. The table's a little outdated. And then multiplayer. We've had a team of 3 people working on multiplayer for the past week or week and a half, and they're making really good, solid headway on that. So it's going to be a fairly large book, about over 300 pages.
If it's something you really want to do, then do it. Go out, make guides, post them online, see what people say, and use that feedback, refine your own work. If you become well known, you might get contacted. If you see something that you really think that you could do better, contact them directly. Talk to them, show them what you can do. That's a good question. general rule of thumb, after you do a strategy guide, like you're so just like stressed out and worn out from like doing nothing but that, probably kind of like the developers. But usually after a couple of weeks of decompressing, yeah, I tend to dive back into it. Playing with friends helps for sure. You almost always want to play with your friends, and then it's a lot of fun. So multiplayer and firefight, yeah, I'll probably be there.
Right on.
So I will be online playing with my friends. Lots of firefight, lots of hopefully oddball and Juggernaut and some of the oddball games like that.